James Cash Penney famously said, "Honor bespeaks worth. Confidence begets trust. Service brings satisfaction. Cooperation proves the quality of leadership." He must have known about Christopher Samuel Dean.
Christopher Samuel Dean has proven himself time and time again as a dependable leader.
With attendance up and the roster stronger than ever, why would we want anyone else but Christopher Samuel Dean as EPW Commissioner?
The future of EPW looks bright, and that is because of the dedication of Christopher Samuel Dean as Commissioner.
According to William Shakespeare, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. EPW can re-elect a great man. Re-elect Christopher Samuel Dean for EPW Commissioner.
I'm Christopher Samuel Dean, and I approve this message.
You're listening to Rise of the Empire with Anthony Lucero.
And man, we've got an awesome show lined up for you right here on Rise of the Empire. We have Adrian Vega, Lucian Lovelace, and Guy Sterling all stopping by. And we've got a lot to talk about regarding the March 16th show. EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar, and we're going to kick it all off in just a bit.
This month, Empire Pro Wrestling is defying the odds. Kevin James Sanchez will be in the ring for a championship match contract signing with Montego Sika. What will happen when these combustible elements share the same space? Also featuring Father Padge, along with his disciple, Bishop Simon. Plus, the Gatekeeper, Black Flag Rising, Gemini, and more. And the toughest honorary member of the EPW roster will be in attendance as well, Omar. Omar is a young fan who is battling cancer. All proceeds for this show will go to Omar's family so that we can help them with some of the added expenses as he defies the odds like the champion he is. Saturday, March 16th at the Southern Oaks Recreation Center, 400 Southwest 66th Street in Oklahoma City. It's EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar. Tickets are just $12. Get them at the door or on the Empire Pro Wrestling Facebook page.
You're listening to Rise of the Empire with Anthony Lucero.
Welcome back. So on March 16th, EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar, we're going to see the EPW Internet Television Champion Malachi of the Psychotic Messengers face Badger James of Black Flag Rising. Black Flag Rising's Daniel Aaron Michaels is going to be taking on the EPW International Champion and Psychotic Messenger Tank Bryson. Gemini and Shadow Gemini team up to take on the EPW Tag Team Champions, the Saints of Pro Wrestling. Gun Show Rick Russo challenges Adrian Vega for the EPW All-American Championship. Kevin Sanchez signs the contract for the EPW Heavyweight Championship match as he prepares to take on Montego Sika at Thirst for Gold in April. And a 30-man over-the-top rope Royal Rumble. We're calling it Omar's Battle Royal. It's a stacked card, and most importantly, all proceeds go to a great cause. Fans, you may remember when we met Omar last year. Well, his fight isn't over, and we're here to help once again. So join us on March 16th at the Southern Oaks Recreation Center. Lucian Lovelace joins us right here on the show right after this.
This month, Empire Pro Wrestling is defying the odds. Kevin James Sanchez will be in the ring for a championship match contract signing with Montego Sika. What will happen when these combustible elements share the same space? Also featuring Father Padge, along with his disciple, Bishop Simon. Plus, The Gatekeeper, Black Flag Rising, Gemini, and more. And the toughest honorary member of the EPW roster will be in attendance as well, Omar. Omar is a young fan who is battling cancer. All proceeds for this show will go to Omar's family so that we can help them with some of the added expenses as he defies the odds like the champion he is. Saturday, March 16th at the Southern Oaks Recreation Center, 400 Southwest 66th Street in Oklahoma City. It's EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar. Tickets are just $12. Get them at the door or on the Empire Pro Wrestling Facebook page.
You're listening to Rise of the Empire with Anthony Lucero.
And welcome back. I had the opportunity to speak with Lucian Loveless about what we witnessed in February and what to expect going forward. I have a couple of questions about the show we just did in February. Let's talk about Wolf of War and his shoulder injury. How bad is it, and is he going to be missing any time?
Well, Black Flag once again is responsible for another setback. They injured the Wolf. His shoulder's not good. Quite honestly, I'm going to keep details of that a little close to my chest for now. Speaking of which, they also cost Jack Talos the AIWF title. I'm not real happy about this, guys.
So I guess the Pirates can be expecting a few receipts in the coming weeks.
Oh, yes. That would be an understatement, sir. I have a lot in store for those gentlemen. They will rue the day they ever messed with the Psychotic Messengers.
Back to the match, Wolf versus Ozzy. That was a chairs match, which is no disqualification. However,
you are correct, sir.
I have never heard of a no disqualification match being kicked out, being shut out by the referee. Is that part of his inexperience, or what do you think is going on there?
I'm just as confused as you are on that one. I've spoken with the board. They're going to go back and review the situation, allegedly. I will personally have a lovely talking to with the referee in question. We got shafted, plain and simple. I don't know how there's a no contest in a no DQ match. It makes no sense. We're living in a crazy world.
Makes no sense to me either. Well, some good news came out of it, and that is you have a new member of your family. Now,
absolutely.
I have only dealt with Gatekeeper a couple of times backstage. I introduced myself to him, and he just stared at me. No word, no motion. There's no life behind those eyes.
You know, Gatekeeper, he's a quiet guy, but he's a professional. And he fits with our family way better than out there in the world, that's for sure. You know, surprisingly, he has a lot to say if you catch him in the right mood. But he is a valuable asset. I mean, look at his accomplishments. He's the NCWO heavyweight champion right now. He's a valuable addition to the family. We have great things in store.
Well, he definitely put the Psychotic in Psychotic Messengers as far as I'm concerned. So we're
going. Let's not forget Malachi.
Well,
he's still got the briefcase. He's the ITB champion.
He's going to be facing one of the Pirates on March 16th. He's going to be getting into the ring with Badger James. What can we expect?
Well, we can expect Badger to be broken, bloody, bruised, and regretful.
I have never seen Badger display any of those emotions. Are you sure you're going to get that out?
There's a first time for everything, Anthony. Stay tuned.
You are so mysterious, my friend. I sometimes don't know how to take you, but I'm just glad I'm on your good side, at least so far.
I like you. You're a snappy dresser. I'm going to keep you around.
Lucian Loveless, before I let you go, do you have anything else you want to add?
Hold the fort. Thank you for all the EPW fans. Stay tuned. Have a lot to come.
It feels like I'm taking fashion advice from Anton LaVey. Well, I'm going to need to find the nearest crucifix to cleanse my soul, and when we come back, the EPW All-American Champion Adrian Vega joins us. We're going to talk about the gun show, but we also need to talk about Martin Justice.
This month, Empire Pro Wrestling is defying the odds. Kevin James Sanchez will be in the ring for a championship match contract signing with Montego Sika. What will happen when these combustible elements share the same space? Also featuring Father Padge, along with his disciple, Bishop Simon. Plus, The Gatekeeper, Black Flag Rising, Gemini, and more. And the toughest honorary member of the EPW roster will be in attendance as well, Omar. Omar is a young fan who is battling cancer. All proceeds for this show will go to Omar's family so that we can help them with some of the added expenses as he defies the odds like the champion he is. Saturday, March 16th at the Southern Oaks Recreation Center, 400 Southwest 66th Street in Oklahoma City. It's EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar. Tickets are just $12. Get them at the door or on the Empire Pro Wrestling Facebook page.
You're listening to Rise of the Empire with Anthony Lucero.
You know, in this position I'm in here at EPW, I get the opportunity to get to know a lot of the guys. And my next guest he's just a good guy. He is the EPW All-American Champion, Adrian Vega. Let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, Martin Justice.
You know, I can't even begin to explain. I don't understand. I go out of my way to help someone in need. That's always been my thing. You know, as someone in law enforcement, if I see someone in trouble, I'm going to run towards the fighter, you know, quote unquote, and help anyone who needs help. I've been complaining about there being too many interferences, too many run-ins, and all these fractions jumping in people whenever they want and getting what they want. And I saw Martin getting attacked. I figured, you know what? No one's helping him. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to help him. Resulting in us being a tag team for a short little period of time. And then all of a sudden, him wanting just to, I guess, align with his son. I should have seen it coming, but I didn't. I put my judgment aside. I was thinking maybe he's, you know, maybe the bigger person and put his son in his place. But obviously, he didn't do that. So it could have been anybody. I don't consider Martin Justice a friend. I don't consider anyone really a friend, quote unquote, because in this sport, everyone's itching for the top prize. Everyone wants to be the champion. Everyone wants to be number one. So to me, everyone's a competitor. But like I said, I put my own personal things aside to help someone in need, and it backfired. Just that.
What are your plans on dealing with Martin?
No, it's a great question, because from what I've seen, it's three people. It's E-Bone, Tyler Watts, and Justice with this whole Central All Pro Wrestling nonsense, which that's a whole other story for something else. I don't know what I'm going to do, because the way I see it, why should I trust anybody else at this point? You know, I've been jumped so many times with no one coming in helping me, except for Gemini, you know, God bless him. But this isn't a two-man job, you know. There needs to be people in the Empire who are willing to help enforce the rules. And as far as I can tell right now, it's just myself and Gemini against these three other guys. And who all they have up their sleeve still, I don't know. I don't know who's still lurking in the roster or who's still, you know, with Empire or who's secretly working for Central All Pro. I don't understand what's going on right now. So, game plan for Martin, he just better watch his back. That's all I can say.
Coming up on March 16th, you're going to be facing Rick Russo and defending your title. What do you have to think about that?
I understand Rick Russo's been around for a while. Ever since the old Mid-South there, or whatever company was around here a long time ago. He's been around for a while. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing in this business. He knows what he's doing in the ring. I never had a problem with him. I've only had good interactions with the man, so I'm hoping for a good match. I really am. However, with that being said, I don't plan on losing. I don't plan on having some old-timer coming in taking what I have. So if he wants to push me, if he wants to challenge me, then I will gladly return the favor, and I will treat him as an equal. I will treat him as a competitor with anybody else, and I'll give it my all, and I'm going to go in there, make him tap out.
All right, we're on the phone with Adrian Vega talking about the show in February and the upcoming show in March. The other thing I want to talk about with the show in March, Defying the Odds, is young Omar. we're working together to try to help his family as he conquers an opponent bigger than any of us ever faced.
Yeah, that's a battle in itself. I mean, God bless him, and we're doing this all for Omar like we did last year, and it's good because shows like these really bring everybody together. I mean, we've had people from different parts of the state and different companies, organizations, pitching in to help, and that's what this is all about. Everyone coming together for a common cause, a good cause that is helping Omar, fight this battle. Unfortunately, he had to fight this head on, but he knows that he has the whole entire empire behind him, as well as every other wrestling organization in Oklahoma is behind him. And we know he's gonna beat it.
No question there. Adrian Vega, before I let you go, do you have any other comments you want to make to those hearing your voice?
No, I don't talk much, and I don't talk much for a reason. It gives people an idea on what I have planned, what I have going on. So I like to be an enigma. I like to be quiet, and I strike when I do. So for right now, I got nothing to say.
Whether you like him, love him, or hate him, one thing you have to do is recognize that he is a force in EPW. Guy Sterling joins us next.
This month, Empire Pro Wrestling is defying the odds. Kevin James Sanchez will be in the ring for a championship match contract signing with Montego Sika. What will happen when these combustible elements share the same space? Also featuring Father Padge, along with his disciple, Bishop Simon. Plus, The Gatekeeper, Black Flag Rising, Gemini, and more. And the toughest honorary member of the EPW roster will be in attendance as well, Omar. Omar is a young fan who is battling cancer. All proceeds for this show will go to Omar's family so that we can help them with some of the added expenses as he defies the odds like the champion he is. Saturday, March 16th at the Southern Oaks Recreation Center, 400 Southwest 66th Street in Oklahoma City. It's EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar. Tickets are just $12. Get them at the door or on the Empire Pro Wrestling Facebook page.
James Cash Penny famously said, "Honor bespeaks worth. Confidence begets trust. Service brings satisfaction. Cooperation proves the quality of leadership." He must have known about Christopher Samuel Dean.
Christopher Samuel Dean has proven himself time and time again as a dependable leader.
With attendance up and the roster stronger than ever, why would we want anyone else but Christopher Samuel Dean as EPW Commissioner?
The future of EPW looks bright, and that is because of the dedication of Christopher Samuel Dean as Commissioner.
According to William Shakespeare, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. EPW can re-elect a great man. Re-elect Christopher Samuel Dean for EPW Commissioner.
I'm Christopher Samuel Dean, and I approve this message.
You're listening to Rise of the Empire with Anthony Lucero.
He's a silver-tongued devil and the manager of champions. Guy Sterling gave us a call. All right, Sterling, first off, I hear some congratulations are in order. I hear you just purchased a new home in Nichols Hills.
Nichols Hills? No, I wouldn't live in that freaking dump. No, I got a house in Gaillardia. Everyone knows that is where the high rollers such as myself, NBA players that play with the Thunder. I can't disclose all the celebrities that I actually live around because that's just not what we do. We don't dispel our secrets. To the commoners like you, but no, you heard wrong, and you probably heard wrong from an idiotic fan or one of those bumbling Kevin Sanchez fans. Absolutely not. I would never live in Nichols Hills. Way too much accessibility to the public.
So, will the EPW crew be invited for a housewarming party? I'm going to assume the answer is no, but...
You can assume, right. I see you guys enough once a month, and that is plenty for me. No, of course, my boys, Mitch Onyx, Romeo Reese, Montego Sika, if we can get him out for the weekend on a pass or something. Anyone that's ever been part of Sterling Inc. in the past, present, and there are some more coming in the future.
Speaking of Sterling Inc., at Broken Dreams, the GBK seem to be pretty busy. They got involved in a few instances. What do you have to say about that?
It was planned by design. That's exactly what they're there to do. That's what we talk about and strategize. Why would you have one of the most dominating factions on the indie scene today and not utilize them to their full potential and retain gold? That is the plan. I get Montego Sika, I get him the gold, and then I surround him with pieces to protect that gold, because with the gold is the power. And yeah, Tony, Sterling Inc., we always have a plan, because I go by my own principles that I have taken from the business of professional wrestling, and one of those principles come from the late, great Eddie Guerrero. We will lie, we will cheat, and we will steal the show, okay? I would do whatever it takes to keep that heavyweight championship in the possession of the GBK, Montego Sika, and Sterling Inc. I would sell my own brother to make sure that we would keep that title.
Whoa. You have a brother?
Not anymore.
You know, also Broken Dreams, speaking of Tigo, he faced a beast in Ray Leon. It looked close a few times, but he was able to hang on to the belt.
Yeah, Ray Leon put on a great match. He showed me extremely proficient wrestling skills and heart and determination, but he lacked the brains. And the brains, Tony, was I offered him a deal to be with Sterling Inc., to be part of GBK, or he could have had his own faction. We could have built another team around him. We could have gone and done so many great things, but the guy refused to take an offer that would elevate his career. And so, you know what? If he's not smart enough to see opportunity when it's there, then I don't need him. I don't want him. And you know what? Good luck to you, Ray. I have no doubt that we'll see you down the line, and maybe you'll have your head on straight by then. If not, Tigo's just going to knock it right back off.
Following that match, Kevin Sanchez got into the ring and he DDT'd everybody there. He even tried to get both you and the referee.
Yeah, and I still haven't got the stank of pork rinds that have been burnt over a hot gas stove out of my nostrils since that maniac put his hands on me. Now, listen, I don't care if you DDT Montego and Reese and Mitch. That's what they get paid to do. I don't care if you DDT Ray Leon. I mean, the guy's dumb. He's not going to miss too many more brain cells because he didn't accept my offer. You can try to DDT the referees, the stands. You can get some kid over there in the corner and grab him that's going, Mr. Kevin, you can do it. You can do it. DDT his little ass too. I don't care. But don't ever put your hands on me again. And because of that, because of your impulsive and deliberate actions of putting your hands on myself, the Silver-Tongued Devil, Guy Sterling, I had to take the money that I was going to donate to Omar and his cause, and I had to go and get security, extra security, because I know that the commissioner isn't going to provide it. I know the Empire cannot provide a safe place, and so I had to go and dip into my own personal savings, which I had set aside to donate to the cause, but now I can't, because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of being assaulted. I'm afraid that Kevin Sanchez is going to get his grubby, greasy, pork rind eating, gold stealing wannabe hands around my neck again and DDT me. Do you think anyone wants to see that? Do you think any of the fans want to see me get DDT'd? Do you think anyone in the back or that we've gone against wants to see me get DDT'd? Absolutely not. I will not have it. And so I've gone out and went and got some new security for myself. And so, Kevin, stay away. If you know what's good for you, stay away. If not, I will have security remove you from the building.
Kevin Sanchez was on my last show when he made these comments. We're going to roll the tape.
He threw a fireball in my face. I returned the favor with a DDT or a few. I don't know, man. There's going to be a lot of built-up tension, a lot of frustration. I'm coming after that championship. That's all I'm going to say.
Now, in your quest to come at that championship, you are facing an army with the GBK, and, Guy Sterling has allies all over EPW and even other promotions across the state. What is your plan to compensate?
Well, how can I word this nicely about myself? I've been pretty, dumb, if you want to say it, because I'll fight them all. I don't care. 24 years, I've fought more than just one person at one time in matches. I'll do it. I'll go through anybody I can just to get to Chico.
All right, so we just heard what he had to say. Sterling, what do you have to say about his comments about the upcoming contract signing?
Kevin Sanchez is by far the dumbest wrestler that Empire has. Number 2 would be Ray Leon, for not accepting my offer. But number 1 is definitely Kevin Sanchez. You want to take on the GBK? You want to take on Sterling Inc., buddy? You're way, way out of your league. You're way, way out of your weight class, and you're way, way out of time. Okay, Kevin? Those old glory days of, you and your brother and Kareem and everybody, you're trying to live vicariously into the past. You're trying to be this nostalgia act. It's not working. Empire has evolved. Empire is going on to a whole new level, a whole new plateau, and you're not there anymore, Kevin. So instead of being the big, fat anchor trying to weigh down the real talent, which is Montego Sika, and the heavyweight champion of Empire, who is going to take us into the promised land. And all you're doing is weighing us down. It's time to cut the fat from the Empire and time to get lean and mean with Montego Sika, the Gold-Blooded Killers, Mitch Onyx, Romeo Reese, and Sterling. By God! It's time for a new direction.
EPW Defying the Odds. The fight for Omar is really shaping up. We're going to review the card when we come back.
This month, Empire Pro Wrestling is defying the odds. Kevin James Sanchez will be in the ring for a championship match contract signing with Montego Sika. What will happen when these combustible elements share the same space? Also featuring Father Padge, along with his disciple, Bishop Simon. Plus, the Gatekeeper, Black Flag Rising, Gemini, and more. And the toughest honorary member of the EPW roster will be in attendance as well, Omar. Omar is a young fan who is battling cancer. All proceeds for this show will go to Omar's family so that we can help them with some of the added expenses as he defies the odds like the champion he is. Saturday, March 16th at the Southern Oaks Recreation Center, 400 Southwest 66th Street in Oklahoma City. It's EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar. Tickets are just $12. Get them at the door or on the Empire Pro Wrestling Facebook page.
You're listening to Rise of the Empire with Anthony Lucero.
Saturday, March 16th, 6 p.m. Doors open at 5:30. EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar. The EPW ITV champion Malachi faces Badger James. Fans, if you've been around any time at all, you know that the Psychotic Messengers and Black Flag Rising simply don't like each other.
Black Flag, once again, is responsible for another setback. I have a lot in store for those gentlemen. They will rue the day they ever messed with the Psychotic Messengers.
Daniel Aaron Michaels, DAM, faces the EPW International Champion, Tank Bryson. Gemini and Shadow Gemini team up to take on the EPW Tag Team Champions, the Saints of Pro Wrestling.
March 16th, the Gun Show's coming to town and taking care of business.
Gun Show Rick Russo challenges Adrian Vega for the EPW All-American Championship.
I don't plan on losing. I don't plan on having some old-timer coming in taking what I have.
Kevin Sanchez signs the contract for the EPW Heavyweight Championship bout.
I'm coming after that championship. That's all I'm going to say.
As he prepares to take on Montego Sika at Thirst for Gold in April.
I get Montego Sika, I get him the gold, and then I surround him with pieces to protect that gold.
And don't forget, it's a 30-man, over-the-top rope, Royal Rumble. We're calling it Omar's Battle Royal in honor of young Omar. It's a great card, and all proceeds go to a good cause. Folks, if you haven't been to one of our shows yet, this is the one you want to come to. Tickets are only $12. They are available on the EPW Facebook page or at the door. Fans, you may remember when we met Omar just last year. Well, he's continuing his fight, and we're ready to tag with him to help him through this fight. So join us Saturday, March 16th at the Southern Oaks Recreation Center. Bell times at 6, doors open at 5:30. It's EPW Defying the Odds, the fight for Omar. We'll see you there.